So what's going on with Sherry?
Well, I just had a couple of questions. So, quite a while ago, and I'm aware of where I hold all that trauma in my body, which results in a lot of pain for me. Um, and I haven't been able to alleviate or eliminate those pains as of yet. And I've been working on this for over a year now. And I also, unfortunately, had a serious event occur back in August. Basically, I was assaulted very badly and strangled. So I have injuries that are still remain as a result of that assault, and like an undiagnosed concussion, which led to concussion syndrome, and things like this. So I'm just wondering, is this something that will help to alleviate these issues?
Sure, well, are you in pain now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where are you in pain at?
Neck, well, my head, neck, and shoulders. So from about the chest up, I deal with a lot of pain.
From the chest up, you deal with a lot of pain.
Yes.
Okay, and where do you think that pain came from?
Well, the numerous sources, the shoulders, and so, well, it's kind of a mix of both. So the PTSD, I carry trauma in my shoulders and my neck.
Mm-hmm.
And from the assault, I've had problems with my head and headaches, with my neck, and my right shoulder, because I still have tears in my shoulders that aren't healing from the assaults. So it's kind of a combination.
And you have what that's not healing?
Tears in my rotator cuffs in my shoulders. Okay. They're partially torn, and they have been for going on 6 months now.
So the pain you have right now in the shoulders, like on a scale of 1 to 10, where does that?
It's probably about a 5 or a 6, maybe tops today.
5 or a 6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So first thing you want to do is we're going to delete out your mind. And this one's not a big teaching call, okay? So basically, I just start processing things from you, okay, in order to get them to change. You're going to delete out the mind, because the mind was the part which will always ask you questions and constantly gets in the way. All right. And then increase and strengthen your physical intelligence, which is the part that runs all of the rest of your body parts and controls everything in connection with higher intelligence. So we want to strengthen that. And we also want to strengthen the area in the rotator cuff. Okay.
Okay.
And we're going to strengthen that to be able to rebuild. But first, we want to make sure that your lymph system is working really well, which it's not. Okay, you have different blockages in your lymph system. Okay.
Okay.
And the issues with your shoulder are actually not so much from your shoulder, but down from like the lower gut region. Okay. But we'll get to that in a minute. But first,
okay,
we're going to strengthen the lymph system, which is what removes all of the waste out of your system. Okay. And all of the nodes as well, and increase that to 100% plus infinite potential. And the faster that you can get rid of the waste out of the body, okay, through all of the exit portals, and you have many of them under the arms, under the chin, in between the fingers and the toes, all right, in the bottom of the feet, everything, the two majors that you do know of, all right, then that area can start to rebuild faster. So we move all of the waste out, all right, and then we strengthen the area around the cuff and the tissue in that area. strengthen that, and we strengthen the molecules, strengthen the atoms, and then we strengthen the quantum particles to 100%, so that they're fully charged with energy. Because oftentimes the quantum particles, a smaller space, will collect things that are not going through the lymph system correctly. And you don't want anything to get covered over and then suddenly start creating an additional problem. So by energizing, it'll crush out anything that's in there that could be the beginnings of a tumor or another problem. Crush those out, which those will just go into the lymph system and get out of the body. And you want to strengthen your physical intelligence to your heart, and your heart to your physical intelligence, and your CNS down to it's actually below your gut. It's actually the large intestine. So you want to strengthen it to the CNS, your central nervous system, to the large intestine, and the large intestine back to the CNS and the physical intelligence. Strengthen all those to 100% plus infinite potential. So when you think about the shoulder, is it different or is it the same now?
Right now? Well, I find the left one isn't, it isn't the same as it was before. And just like a few minutes ago, the left has had, it feels like it's had some alleviation of that. However, the right one has too, but not to the same degree.
Okay, well, different is good. Different means you're headed in the right direction. Okay, so when you close your eyes, okay, what I want to do is I want to even out the shoulders, the energy in both of them to be the same, and bring those down to neutral. Okay, but when you close your eyes and you look at your shoulders, okay, where are they in relationship to your midline? Are they even, or is one farther out?
No, the right one it seems to be held higher. When it's higher, and it's like there's calcification or something on the bone, on the top, that bone. It's like it's hard and it hurts.
So you've got pain inside of the bone. Okay. Is that a different pain from the shoulder?
Actually, it's right now. That's kind of. It's not really hurting me right now. Suddenly, it's just boom.
Oh, well.
It doesn't hurt.
You process things in a hurry around here, don't we? And it wasn't actually in the shoulder, okay, in the right shoulder. Okay, it's actually below the left knee. Because you hold things in different places. And you hold things from there which go back to when you were younger. But there were things that were there between when you were younger, somewhere between, like 5, 6, that had to do along with your parents as well, or one of them more than the other. Sound familiar?
Yes. Very much so, yeah.
Okay. And those left you with kind of
I'm sorry?
strange feelings back at that time. You kind of had to what's the word I want? Dance around a lot.
Oh, yes.
In order to I don't want to say approval.
Yes.
But it was approval.
But it is.
It was it was the approval to get to not have the negative side of it.
Yes.
Anyway, so we want to take and delete all those memories from that period, all right, that are stored in the knee.
Okay.
And delete all those down to 0 minus infinity. All right, when you take them down to 0, all right, they're gone. When you take them down to minus infinity, that shit ain't never coming back. And when I delete something, it ain't never coming back. Okay. And then we want to take any memories that are related to that particular situation. Okay. Anything that is anything less than positive, and completely delete out all of those. Delete out the emotions and the negatively held emotions down to 0 minus infinity. Okay. And we're going to release the karma from your parents at that point. Because you can't release karma from you unless you've released karma from the other side. Right. And it doesn't matter whether it was karma that you created or karma that was incidental or karma that somebody else did. Okay, you just need to clear the shit up. So we just release the karma, which then can release your karma and take all the karmas down to 0. Take them down, delete them out to 0 minus infinity, and then completely strengthen you to that situation to 100% plus infinite potential. And then when you think of the bone in your shoulder, different or same?
Different.
Different.
It's level now, and I don't have the pain that I was experiencing. No, 5 minutes ago that I had. I don't have it now.
Excellent. And that's what it's all about. I mean, it's a very simple process. Anybody can do this when they learn how to do it. Okay, it's just a matter of being in touch with your physical intelligence, which controls everything else inside of you. And you can strengthen yourself to physical issues. You can completely remove out things. And I mean, that was how long have you been carrying these things around?
Oh boy, probably since I was 4 or 5 years old.
Okay,
like
and you're
the pain
21,
and the
21 now, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. No, it's about 45 years.
Okay. Realistically, nobody needs to do that. Okay, you can just delete it out that quick. So, anything you'd like to say to everybody else that's on here?
Well, I just want to say that was really fantastic. That was like immediate results. And I've had immediate results working with you prior. So I just wanted to mention this to you, Steve. I know last time I had seen you and we had done work together. I went home and I was able to come off a number of medications. Well, I've come off even more since then. So I'm only on 2 medications now. And I was on, I don't know, 7 or 8 or something. And I'm left with 2 now. So that is huge, huge improvement. And well, I mean, it's fantastic. I can't even tell you how much that it has changed for my life for me. And I'm continuing, it seems that I'm continuing, it keeps happening. They keep taking them away. And that's fantastic because that's what I've wanted for so long. So thank you for that.
Yes. And, shoot me an email in a couple of days and let me know how all of it is feeling. But jump on the lab or jump into the, the monthly group, the members group, because, these are like one-off things, and everybody always has lots of issues. Okay. It's not something you do once. It's like, taking the garbage out of the house. You have to do it all the time, but they're always for different things. And you'll have, now that first layer of that onion is pulled back, okay, that's gone, but something else is going to come to light. But so keep jumping on the free calls or get into the monthly membership, because then what you get to do is you send it to me, the problems directly, every month, and then you get to do the follow-up with what's happening. And not only am I working with you on the call, but I'm working with you all the time. So I
Thank
have
you.
these things that
And
I
I will
keep
do that.
everybody, all of the issues, and you keep sending in what is changing, and we keep strengthening you all along. And then I'll get into more of it later. But yeah, excellent. Thanks for being
Thank you
on.
very much. That was fantastic. I don't have any tension or anything right now. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Awesome. So you guys see just how fast that is.